everybody. Welcome back to Wanderlost. I'm Chris H. and I'm on a cruise ship. Yeah, I'm on a transatlantic cruise, also known as a repositioning cruise. My first time ever on a cruise boat. So I flew from Philly to sunny Florida, where I checked in and boarded the boat along with everyone else. And we loaded up, started making our way out of the harbor, and before I knew it, we were leaving the world of land far behind. This means that the ship is moving from one area of the world to another. So I guess a normal cruise, the way I understand it, is like it just goes around a little area for like a week or two, and you have stops a lot of stops every couple days, whatever. But this cruise is traveling from Florida to Barcelona, Spain. So it's going right across the Atlantic. And actually, we're almost in Spain. We're almost at Barcelona. We're getting there tomorrow. This is the 14th day. So this cruise is a little bit different because it's like you have 8 or 9 straight days of sea, at sea. They call it at sea day. And we had like 8 of those in a row. Okay, so that means you're on the boat. There's nowhere to go. Nothing to do except whatever you're doing on the boat, except for these shows and sports and whatever, meeting people and eating. 8 days. Okay, that's why this cruise is cheaper, because it's not your traditional cruise. We also did make a couple stops when we finally got across the Atlantic. We stopped at a place called Madeira, which is an island I had never heard of before this trip, that belongs to Portugal. But actually it is a beautiful place and very relaxing, and I did like it there. And we also stopped at Cadiz, a city on the coast of Spain, and then Malaga, another city on the coast of Spain. But anyway, you're just at those places for like one day, and you know, you're kind of like pressed for time to see everything. In Cadiz, it was like so chaotic because it was like Carnival Day and it was a Saturday, and they're not crazy, but there were people going wild in costumes everywhere and everyone was drinking. And then the next day was Malaga, and it was a Sunday, and it was rainy and it was crowded. Oh man. Anyway, the shore visits besides Madeira was nice and relaxed, maybe because it was a weekday. Besides that, the boat has been the main focus of my life here. Okay, so now I'm going back to my room on the 11th deck, as they say. The floors in the ship are not floors, they're decks, by the way. So I was just on the 17th deck. Now I'm coming down to the 11th deck, where my room is, or stateroom, as they say in a ship. See, I've learned all these things about ships. Decks, staterooms. There's this weird thing called a tender, which is like when there's a small boat that takes you to a place on the land. If the ship's not able to dock at the pier for whatever reason, it's not called a small boat, not called a lifeboat. It's called a tender. Anyway, I'm taking the stairs down to my room. Most people take the elevator, because I guess most people are, kind of general statement, older than me. And, there's a lot of elevator action usually, but I prefer to take the stairs, stay in shape slightly. And now I'm going to the hallway where my room is located. It's a very long hallway.
Of hugs and a million good words. We are satisfied.
Okay, so this is my stateroom, as they call it here on the ship. So we have the pretty comfortable bed, actually, in some ways. Flat screen TV, some shelving units, the desk, which I love so much, as you may know, to have a desk in the room. And probably the best part of the room, the balcony. So here's the balcony. It's the ocean as far as the eye can see. A couple chairs. Actually, the time that I like the balcony the most, I think, is at night, when it's like very quiet and the ocean is dark and you're just flowing by. It's like a very unique flowing sea feeling. And here we have a closet. I'm drying some clothes because I did laundry. My luggage. Little shelving unit here for clothes and whatever, and a kind of tiny bathroom, but does the job. Somewhat smallish toilet and a little shower space. So that's the room, and for this room, like I may have mentioned before, I'm paying like $700 US total Well, not total, but the base price is $700 US, right? For 14 nights, including food, including the crazy massive buffet on the 16th deck. So it's $700 US for 14 nights. It includes the balcony room. I think I got a very good deal on this room. I waited until it was like a few weeks before the date of the cruise when it seemed like they lowered the price to the maximum point. That's what it seemed like. So I bought it at that time, and actually this balcony room was almost the same price as what they call the interior room, where there's no window. So I thought I got a pretty good deal on this room. You know, if it was a normal cruise, I probably couldn't afford it. Let's put it that way. So I thought, oh, I can try this. I can try traveling from North America to Europe by boat. See, that's something that you can't do every day these days. This is the way people used to travel like 100 years ago, like the Titanic, you know? So I wanted to experience that. And I will say that I like it. I like traveling by boat. I like seeing the water outside. I like the feeling of like slowly making your way across this vast, endless ocean thing. And I love having this balcony so I can look outside, especially at night when it's like very quiet and it's like just dark water passing by outside. The only problem I've had is that there's a lot of vibration in this room. Because I'm on a ship. Sometimes the ship itself is shaking. Sometimes the water is rough. Sometimes I think it's because of the engine working, but there's this kind of vibration feeling sometimes in the room, which does affect my sleep. So the motion of the ship is something that's maybe not so familiar to me. The other thing is, like, I don't really know if I need all this into entertainment stuff. I mean, it's crazy the amount of events and things happening on this ship. It's like hundreds of things happening all the time. I don't really need to be entertained 24/7 personally. I can read my books, you know, I can do some writing things, like I'm cool with that. Every night there's like some musical thing happening, like a musical performance or a singer, or there's like comedians.
Everybody, let's have some fun. Only loving ones, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good times roll. To follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far.
Last night there was this comedy hypnosis thing, which is, I have to say, it was freaking hilarious. I mean, I didn't go up on stage to be a volunteer, but I was just watching it, and it was so funny.
Count of one, you're about to go into spin dry mode. 3, 2, 1. Oh, you're a spin dryer. You're a spin dryer. Away we go. Faster, 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 and faster. Feeling superb. As I touch you on the shoulder, you're a monkey. You're a friendly monkey. You're in the zoo. You're a little monkey. Away we go, little monkey. Oh, little monkey. Show me that little monkey. You're a friendly little monkey. You're in the zoo. You're a friendly little monkey. Away we go, that little monkey.
There's also like trivia things, which I haven't been to. There's like sales pitch events where they try to sell you jewelry and paintings and things.
Of course, you're not going to be paying tax and duty, so it's going to save you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars.
They're fantastic sarcophagi that they have from this city, being a very important port and one of the oldest cities to be continuously inhabited in Europe.
Sports. One thing I do go to almost every day is ping pong. There's a few ping pong tables up on deck 17. They're outside, so it gets very windy. But that is like one thing I consistently do, and I've met some other ping pong players that way. And there's like a little tournament every day. I won the doubles tournament one day with another guy, but there were very few teams. I've been the runner-up a few times, and when you win, you get these little prizes. And I've also played pickleball. There's a pickleball court up on deck 18. It's like on the athletic deck where people like walk around a little circle also up there. There's movies showing. There's this giant screen over the pool where they show movies. I may have mentioned this before, but according to the cruise director, one of the top activity of being on a cruise is eating. And I will say that there's a shitload of food available on the ship. Pardon my French. There's a buffet on the 16th floor, which is like stocked with all kinds of things. It's like the riches of the earth are cooked and put on that in that buffet every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I mean, there's like roasted chicken, there's like Indian food, Mexican food, pasta, there's like vegetarian food, ice cream, crudité things, soups. I mean, it's endless, man. The food here is endless. I think I've gained some weight since I've been on board because there's so much food at that buffet. Just a few more activities here that I forgot to mention. We've got gambling at the casino, giant chess, and solving puzzles and reading books in the ship's library. Another interesting thing about being on a cruise ship, at least this one, is this interesting thing they call the medallion, this thing. So basically, this is like your key and your credit card on board for everything you do. You don't need a key for the door, for the front door of the room, because when you walk by, this thing senses this thing and it automatically opens the door. And also, if you want to buy like laundry tokens or something, you just like swipe this on a machine and it charges your credit card. And this is also how you, like, when you leave the boat for like a visit on land, you know, they scan this to make sure you're back or whatever. This place is crazy, this boat, man. It's like a little town on the water. They have all this stuff going on all the time, and there's like people you've never seen before, even though you've been on the boat for 2 weeks. And anyway, let's get the opinion of some other people on the boat, some fellow cruisers. What do you think of the Atlantic cruise?
Oh, what do you think of the Atlantic?
Pretty good so far. What do you think?
I love it.
I think the water was really calm. Like this time, it was really yeah.
The water was surprisingly calm, and we packed our jackets thinking Atlantic in the winter it's going to be cold, but didn't realize we were going to be eastbound the majority of the trip. So then we got the benefit of the warm weather before we started to head
It was
north.
warm really quickly. I guess we started it in the south.
Did you guys enjoy the entertainment offered on board?
Which was my favorite? I like some of the...
You like the cast shows, the production shows.
Okay.
You didn't really like the hypnotist.
Oh, I thought that was so funny.
I would like to experience it myself, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't fully understand what happened on the stage.
Are you afraid to be hypnotized?
No. I don't think I'd be very easily hypnotized. Like, you know,
Yeah, why? Why do you say that?
I don't find it that easy to relax. I'm
Okay.
pretty ticklish. You know,
Okay.
pretty.
Okay.
I'm the same way. I'm
I
purely on the
think
guys.
they have like one helper.
Why do you think he has a helper?
Well, okay.
It's not possible to do it on
No,
his
it is
own?
possible. It's just that if you have a helper, it just makes sure like it helps run the show in case of the worst case. He does a lot of shows.
Yeah.
You can't let any of them be a total flop. They can be like
As a worst case scenario.
they need to be
you've got one guy.
salvageable, but it also helps like direct the show.
Right. The other
and
thing
make-
is people will imitate others. So if there's one guy sitting among them acting a certain way, it's more likely that people will
They feel more comfortable.
imitate. Yeah, they feel more
to-
comfortable
unless-
doing
I
what.
could have been one of the girls because everyone's attention always goes to the pretty lady.
I hope that you learned something from this video about cruising. There are so many other things that I could talk about cruising. It's like a whole world unto itself. I'm going to sign off now. I'll see you somewhere, someplace, someday. I will catch you on the flip side. Wow, thank God my luggage is still here. Seems like I was one of the last ones off the boat. The other thing I wanted to say here was that I don't know if I will be making so many videos in the future. Not because I don't like making the videos. I do like making the videos. I especially like doing the editing part of it. I think it's fun and kind of creative. But making these videos takes a lot of time. Okay, and I do have a lot of time at the moment, but I'm not exactly getting like a lot of monetary compensation for this, and that's okay. But at some point I have to kind of decide what the best way is to use my free time. If it's to spend hours and hours editing these videos that, let's say, not a lot of people are watching, although I do enjoy doing it, I'm just not sure if I can keep putting so much time into it in the future. That being said, I am planning to edit and put out all the stuff that I've already filmed, which is a lot. And in fact, when this video is posted, this video here is posted, it will probably be at least a year or so after I filmed it, because today is March 3rd, 2025. So what day was this posted, people? Check the date on YouTube. I bet it's at least a year after that. Because the other thing is, like, when I film all these videos, especially the ones where I'm traveling solo and I'm like, hey, look at this. It's so easy to film the video, but it takes so much more time to put it together into a form that is like somewhat interesting and to have a kind of like narrative story to it to make people, you know, like have some motivation to watch it. I mean, that's the challenging part. It's so easy to film things. It's so easy to take pictures, but to put them together into an interesting story, I mean, that's the kicker, right?